Hello everyone, it's Pindeni here and we're continuing on our platformer game development series. On the previous video, we managed to discuss the platformer game design concepts. So now it's time for us to apply them practically on our own game. All I'm showing you now is coming from my new website, www.pleasetrythis.dev. So do check it out, guys, for more game articles and tutorials like this. Also follow me on my Facebook page, pleasetrythis.dev. My other social media links are right in the description below. So let's design our game. On the previous video, we managed to define what a platformer is and the key concepts involved in designing it. Now it's time for us to design our own platformer game. So the first concept we looked at is the game story. I had quite a number of stories in mind for our own platformer game we are developing right here on Please Try This. However, I decided to go with the story of a lost billiard ball looking for its friends by navigating through a difficult platformer game. My hope with this story is for players to relate how hard it is at times to deal with loneliness when you are trying to make new true friends. So, we have to navigate betrayals, we have to navigate heartbreaks, we have to navigate disappointments before we find peace with those we have interests in common. So this is the overall game of the story. The billiard ball will be looking for its real friends. Now let's go on the second design concept, which is character design. From our story, we can now determine the characters of the game. I can break this design into 3 questions as we did in our previous video. So let's look at the 3 questions. How should the characters look like? As seen in my game story, we have a billiard ball as our main character, as our hero. On the enemy side, we can now add characters that looks like spikes so that they can puncture the ball, or maybe we can have other characters like the baseball bait, which will hit the billiard ball away. Other characters will come in mind as we model. So the second question under character design is the power they possess. Of course, we talked about the baseball bait, and yes, it's here to whack the billiard ball away from fulfilling its mission. So those are some of the powers they will have. The billiard ball, of course, will have generic platform abilities such as moving, jumping, and fighting enemies. The spiked characters will have the ability to puncture the billiard ball, and the baseball bait, as I said earlier, will have the ability to whack the ball away from accomplishing its mission. So now the third question under character design is the role of the characters. Now it's time to determine who are the heroes, who are the enemies of our game, who are the friends of the heroes, and who are the friends of the enemies in the game. So the billiard ball is the hero, of course. And the other characters, probably we are going to make them the enemies, like those spiked characters or the baseball bait. The third design concept is our game level design. As I noted in the previous video, different platformer games have different themes. So we are going to focus on how we are going to develop our level for this game. Of course, it is our first level. So the first concept under game level design is the overall theme. The overall theme of this level should be an outdoor savanna forest. I think that's what I have in mind. Should just outdoor, blue sky, green trees, nice grass. The second point under game level design is designing a series of challenges in order of difficulty. It is of good practice to start with the easy challenges and then we add the tougher ones as the player progresses. So this one I think we will do when we get our hands dirty on the practical aspects of game development. Now the third point, of course, under game level design is environmental design. Since we are based on the theme of an outdoor savanna forest, as I said earlier, for this level, we are going to include the basic outdoor elements like the blue sky, white clouds, green trees, grass, whatever. So we will also see this in future. Now, the fourth concept is the time constraint. To ensure the player doesn't go shopping with our game character, yes, we are going to add a time constraint. And we are going to determine this after we complete our level we do our test run, and then we see what time it will likely take for our player to complete the game. Then we set the time constraint. The fifth point under game level design, we are going to be designing the game collectibles and power-ups. To make our platformer game more interesting, I am going to add various collectibles like extra lives or maybe some stars. I'll also add various power-ups such as the bow might have mighty powers or can shoot enemies and have also shields. The fourth design concept is game mechanics design. On this one, we are designing the basic rules that we can allow the players to do in our game. And this game is going to be based on the basic platformer mechanics like jumping, moving, shooting enemies. If we have other extra mechanic to add because we need to be creative, that will be determined as we go further with our game development project. The fifth design concept is sound design. We will not talk much about sound design since I mostly get the feel that the appropriate sound will come when we finish building the level. We will be trying to add some atmosphere now that matches the theme which we have designed. So I'll be using LMMS, a free digital workstation, to develop the melodies and the sound effects of this platformer game. The sixth design concept is UI design, or some may say user interface design. The game is going to display essential game related information such as score, number of stars, extra lives, power-ups, progress bars, time constraint like the duration left. The area where this information will be placed will be determined when we finish building the level. So I believe this one is okay. Now, the seventh design concept is our camera design. Our game is going to be focused on the billiard ball, as we said, which is the hero of the game. The camera will move as the hero moves. It will follow the billiard ball movement wherever it goes. Also, our game is not going to be single screen. I believe scrolling screens are more fun. So we're going to add hidden elements in our level so that they come into view as the game character progresses with the game level. So there's another concept we have to look at, which are similar games to mine. Why should you consider similar games? It is good to justify the differences between a similar game that has been developed before and our own game. This will help us, to determine what extra features the players are expecting to have. My game is going to be similar to a mobile game I found called Bounce. The game consists of a ball that passes several obstacles in order to reach certain checkpoints. Are there going to be extra designs? Yes. I'm going to add other elements like hidden wells that can be accessed through pipes. With this design, I'm trying to imitate the one used in Super Mario Bros. Of 1985, where the game character can go through cylindrical pipes to access the underworld. So, to make the game more interesting, we'll make sure we add extra worlds in a game level. Some will be a blessing and some will be a living hell. So, that is my design, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this video. If you are new, please do consider subscribing to my channel, liking and sharing my videos. Thank you very much.